Hi everyone, I am back with another layout using the Counting Stars kit and add-on from Scraptastic. It was the February kits, and I pretty much got, I believe, 4 or 5 layouts out of the kits, and I have process videos for 4 of them, I believe. And I used all the paper except for one sheet of paper and some of the embellishments. So I think what I'm going to do is end up combining it with the other kit that I purchased that month for February. So I'm feeling pretty good about this kit, and I really like the pages that I made. So loving the colors, loving the kits. So the other thing is I found a stack of photos that were older photos that I meant to scrapbook, I don't know, years ago. So I'm actually working on those right now. I think this one's from like 2005, and it's of my sweetie cat. She's just drinking out of dishes, and I can't remember why she was in the living room with them. I think there was a particular reason, but of course I don't remember the story behind it at this point, but there was a story behind it. So, alright, so basically I took the white cardstock that came in the kit, and I'm using that black sheet of paper with the words on it. And I wish I could remember if that was a Scraptastic paper or an Amy Tan paper or what. But, and then I think I used the back side of that black paper to use make a photo mat for the picture. Now I'm just going through the embellishments that I have, and I'm trying to use as many of those die cuts, the ones where it has a little bit of the resist on it. I'm trying to use up as many of those as I can, because I have other packs of them that there's just always so many of them, I can't get through them all. So I pulled out a few, and I'm going to use this kind of aqua colored ink. Oh, I put it away already, so I'm not exactly sure which color it is, but I'm going to use that to color these die cuts. And I have the tab that says love, and then the heart that says feeling the love. And I thought there was another one. Apparently not. And then I'm using my heat tool just to kind of set that ink, because it does take a little while to dry since it's a distress ink. And I'm using one of the transparencies that came in the kit. I'm trying to use that. And, you know, it looks fine on this picture. I wouldn't say it's the best picture to use it with, but it works fine. Gives it a little bit of distressing on the edges. Then I just got some paper that I'm layering it with. So it wasn't the back side of that paper that I used. See, I talked through the whole thing earlier, so I couldn't remember what I had done. I was peeling off the plastic that comes on the transparencies, and then I'm offsetting the transparency, and the reason why I layered the paper behind it the way that I did was so that it wouldn't look odd when I offset that transparency, because I didn't want to cover up any of Sweetie's face with the black distressing that goes down the side of the transparency. And it is, the light is shining on the transparency, which I'm hoping that it's not too annoying, but you know, I think depending on where I have the layout sitting. And then right now I'm just trying to figure something out, because I don't like the way that, because of the way that I have that bottom mat layered off to the right hand side, and then I want to put the little journaling card that says good stuff. I want to put that to the left of the photo. I'm having a hard time because there's that gap there. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do there to make it work. I'm just pulling the layout out. I always forget to take the layout and actually have it in front of me when I'm doing these voiceovers. So sorry if there's a bunch of background noise. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do. I know that I need to actually put something bigger under there so it covers the entire, all of the layers. And so I find this, I'm going to go ahead and use that polka dot paper. Which is kind of nice because it gives it a little bit more color in there too. I'm still trying to figure out a way to kind of ground those items there. So I just took a strip of that paper and I'm going to end up using the large scallop punch from EK Success and put some scallops at the bottom of that. And of course, because for some reason I feel like I need to ink all the edges lately on everything, I have a tendency if I don't draw around things with a marker or a pen, I feel like I need to put the distress ink on the edges, which is, you know, I think a lot of people do that. It's a little bit newer to me to be doing the ink around the edges. I used to do that all the time, but now I tend to pick that over drawing lines around the photos and stuff. So I don't know, tastes change. So now I really like that. I love having that scallop border there. And then the heart ends up fitting in that little corner perfectly. And I'm going to pop it up just because there's so many layers there. I need to have it kind of standing up off all those layers. And I'm layering that love tab up top. And putting the heart down. It's really starting to come together now that I got that scallop border down in the photo and the journaling spot laid perfectly. So I'm just looking at all of the, there's 2 packs of thickers that I've been using and that sheet of rub-ons ends up making it on this page too. So I'm doing a really exciting title that says Sweetie Cat. And obviously Sweetie is my cat's name. I've had her longer than I've had any other cat. I got her in 2002 and we got her from the Humane Society, and the plan was that I was going to have a cat with the name Precious. And when we were bringing her home and driving in the car, my son was there and Sweetie was just meowing and meowing and meowing, and I just kept saying to her, "It's okay, Sweetie, it's okay, we're almost home," but I just kept calling her Sweetie. And so even though the plan was to call her Precious, the name stuck. Her name just became Sweetie after that. And she went through quite an adventure when she came home because she ended up getting sick and wouldn't eat. And so then she had to spend the night at the vet's house, and they were trying to get her to take fluids and stuff. And then they ended up giving her this medicine that makes them want to eat. And so she started eating and basically has never stopped eating since. So she's still really talkative. And look, she knows I'm talking about her. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's meowing in the background. But she's very, very, very talkative. When you walk in the room, she just starts meowing. So, all right. So I took some stickers off that sticker sheet, which when I first started looking at the sticker sheet, I was like, this seems like it's more for cards. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I ended up finding a lot off that sticker sheet that I could use. And especially, I love those gold chevron pieces. And there's a lot of gold banners too, so it's pretty much my style. And let's see, so I'm going to end up using a few images from the rub-on sheet. The ampersand, the heart, and some of the little dots that are next to it, like little splatters. I seem to go from one extreme to the next, I think, sometimes with my pages, because like the last layout that I did, the last video that I put up, I didn't have very many embellishments on the page, but this one I put more on than I normally do. So I like them both though, so I like either way. It's not, like I said, I have a tendency to kind of go one extreme or the other, and it's just whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So I got those rub-ons down. Now I'm just trying to figure out what else I can use. And Scraptastic started doing, instead of having like a bunch of wood veneers, they started doing, what do you call them? Acrylic shapes. And they still do wood veneer, but there's, acrylic shapes in there too. And I loved these ones. I wasn't sure how I was going to figure out how to use them, but I've been able to figure it out. So I love those black acrylic shapes, especially like the ones that say, I want to remember. Those are pretty cool, but I really like those triangular ones. It doesn't like have any meaning, it just puts some interest on that page. And it's funny because I've been using this to that dot adhesive on those to stick them down, and it works perfect. But a lot of times I use that adhesive and it won't even stick paper down, so I don't get it. But it's worked really well sticking these acrylic shapes down, which is good because I'm not the biggest fan of using wet glue on my layouts, and there's no way I could make my ATG tape work on those little images. So, all right, and then I found some flare, and that was one of the flares in the kit. The double hearts are so cute. And then I've been doing a really good job of using up the enamel dots on this pack, so I believe I use them on every one of the pages that I made with this kit. And I love this too because it just kind of fills in all those gaps. I think I said it in my last layout. It's like enamel dots just finish a page. And I've been using these gold ones too on a lot of these layouts because it works perfect with those, like the gold chevrons or the gold banners that are on that sticker sheet. I'm just looking at the layout. I think it's getting pretty close to being done. I'm going to add some splatters. I add both gold splatters and black splatters. And once I add those black splatters, the layout is complete. So I really like this one. More embellishments than I normally use, so I'm happy about that. Alright, there's some still shots coming Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.